Hi, Brad Greentree here, and I want to talk about the experience I had with Marcolani. I always had a product that I needed to sort of work out how it would work in the market, what kind of interest it would be, and I want to get some feedback. I want to get a lot of feedback fast about how to understand what was happening with the particular niche that I was working in. And I was talking to Mark about how to sort of go through it, and I've been playing around with this marketing and trying to get some traction on it for quite a while, in and out. And I spoke to him and I said, I just need to have a strategy that I know is going to work. And he came to me with a particular outline of a strategy, which is something that I hadn't done before and something that I could see available. And he went through the process. And I knew that in these scenarios, when you're hiring someone who's an expert, you have to be able to relax with the process, trust them and give them everything they want and not argue with them, not tell them how to change it and just let them go through and do it to prove you right. I don't know about you, but I've had agencies before, and I've had experts who have come along and promised me the world and delivered me nothing. So you're always very dubious about being able to just surrender and just hand over money to be able to make it work. What I'm pleased to say was with Mark, he put together a strategy. He put together an outline and a process of which was very different than anything I'd done before. And I was very skeptical on that process of how it was going to work. And he said I needed to have, a team. I needed to have an appointment setter to be able to make these phone calls. And I thought, yeah, well, I'll just do it myself. It'd be fine. It'd not be a problem. I can't expect to have that many leads coming in. Anyway, set it all up, went through the whole process, worked on the ad copy and worked on the imagery and lots of stuff. He put it all together, basically with minimal amount of feedback from me. Like I said, I was willing to just let him do what he needed to do to make it work. As a result of that, within about sort of 2 or 3 days of the campaign running, I had to turn it off. All right. Now, the reason I had to turn it off is I was getting so many leads and people booking in the calendar that I automatically had no preparation or idea of how to deal with the sudden influx of people who wanted to talk to me about my product or service. So I subsequently had to put it on pause, and then I had to go through and finish off and do all the things that he told me that I needed to do, which I decided not to do, so I do it myself. And needless to say, that cost me about a week or so getting prepared. Then once I set that up, we went through a process, and I had a system and a strategy where I would have 10 to 15 calls booked every day for clients that were qualified to go through that process, to need able to have conversations with these people about the product that I was looking at working towards and selling. As a result of that, over a period of 2 months, we had close to 1,000 leads come through, and the average lead on that was sort of around about the $2 to $3 on that particular niche and that particular area. And obviously, the engagement that I had with actually live clients turned out to be, each conversation was around about $30 or $40 cost to be able to get and have a conversation with somebody. Anybody in business knows that if you can actually have a conversation with someone, you're going to get great learning about whether or not they're the right client or not, but also going to learn a lot about your particular niche and what is their problems and obstacles to be able to go through and do that. So I really want to thank Mark for what he did and able to beat me over the head a little bit to surrender the process of just following his instructions and doing it. And I think if you're hesitating or you're thinking about trying to find someone who's got a strategy to be able to make that work for you, if you're looking for education on how to do it, he is very well read and very experienced, and he has the crash test dummied all of the things that he was going through and doing with me to show it. And what was really interesting is he said, this is the prediction, this is the math. And he told me what the actual math outline would be. And how many leads would get, how many calls would get booked, how many people would turn up, how many I'd be able to close. And he was so spot on with the strategy. And that was taking it from a completely different niche into the niche that I was doing. So again, if you're hesitating, if you're wanting to look for someone who's going to specialize in being able to make your leads and quality leads and be able to adjust it based on how he sees fit to be able to generate those quality leads, please don't hesitate. Just go ahead and book a call with Mark and find out what strategy he's got up his sleeve that will help you. And hopefully you'll be so pleasantly surprised that you'll be overwhelmed with the number of leads and opportunities that are coming to you. All right. So my name's Brad Greentree. And I want to thank again Mark for his help. And again, reach out, have a chat to him. Be sure to follow his instructions.